they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels.
Roethlisberger.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup.
Just about every. You really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7. Steelers nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They start the drive with Connor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
A gain of 12.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
42-yard line.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. To throw again, Jackson. Looking for Andrews again. He's got him this time. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 46 yards. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. T.J. Watt gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Got some room at the 30. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ravens 14, Steelers nothing.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
At the 47-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. You're still too early.
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now the 3rd-year man from NC State, it's Jalen Samuels. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Taking it about the 36. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Open man, Boykin, he's got him. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Steelers nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it's going to be second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Complete to Eric Ebron.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Pickup of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete. As he tried to pull that one in, couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 27-yard line.
A gain of
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. That is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster. As the first half is winding down, and the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
28-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. A big connection on that one. 57 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Well, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd down, It's Coleman. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Tevin Coleman, the ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Jackson looking to throw on third. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are...
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught left side by the tight end Boyle. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Nick Boyle.
You'll see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you'll see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be out of bounds. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
His kick is...
And this one through the upright.
The score, Ravens 38. Steelers 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
45-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Jackson. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd down now. It's Connor, and he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And now here is another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Undercrunch. Kill. Let's go. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
A 42-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
41.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
2nd and 6.
Again, it's Connor. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
A 3-yard.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And look at this. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Connor. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
The Steeler ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Again, a run with Connor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And what is going on here? I've got third down. Screen shows third down, but they've got the punt team out there. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Steelers on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a third down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
The Steelers
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. The Panthers really trying to pull off one that not many saw. They lead in that one. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. They start with a give to Connor, and they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again, and he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Ebron's got it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Ngakwe on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Staying on the ground with Samuels. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
Samuels, the ball carrier. Patrick Queen on the tackle. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.